Hello, this is Mitchell Odin with Bardic Insights, talking about the Greek god Hades. Hope you enjoy. Life after death. It's often discussed amongst different religions and discussed exactly what will become of one's soul. Well, in certain mythologies, there is but a ruler of where's one's soul could go. The Underworld. A dark and unescapable place ruled by one man and one man alone. The subject of today's video: Greek god Hades. Today we will discuss different facts, myths, and the like about the ruler of the Underworld. Get ready to cross the river Styx, mortal. Hades was the oldest male child of his parents, Cronus and Rhea, along with his brothers Poseidon and Zeus. You may know them. Hades helped his brothers to successfully overtake their father and the Titans in the Titanomachy, or simply known as the Titan War, which lasted 10 years before the Olympians won. Once defeated, the brothers agreed to rule over separate regions of the earth. Zeus would have the skies, Poseidon would have the seas, and Hades became god and ruler of the underworld. To the Greeks, Hades is known as Pluton, which the Romans have abbreviated to Pluto. Now you know where our previously ninth planet got its name. A fitting name for such a cold and desolate location. In most of his depictions, Hades is portrayed as stern and unmoving, aloof and unaffected by prayers or pleas from the unfortunate souls that may find their way into the underworld. Don't expect any forgiveness from Hades. He is also labeled as the god of wealth, since in the deep layers of the earth there were many precious metals. Down in his kingdom, Hades was said to sit on a throne of ebony and carry a scepter. He also was said to wear a helmet that would make the wearer invisible. You never know when Hades could be sitting right behind you. It was said that Hades hardly left his realm of the underworld, as his presence was not welcomed in Olympus or amongst men. But Hades was not all alone. He also had Cerberus, the infamous three-headed dog of mythology, was one of the main guards of the underworld that stood alongside Hades. Chiron was also an aide to Hades, who guided the boat along different rivers that crossed into the underworld, one of which being the infamous river Styx. Greeks would often leave coins on their dead in order to pay Chiron, so he may ferry their dead and not leave them in purgatory for eternity. Hades took great pride in collecting subjects for his kingdom, and was often there to judge the sentencing and supervision of punishment for those who entered. The Furies and other demented creatures were the ones who handled the punishments. I'm sure constant screams were all too common in the underworld. On a more lighter note, the narcissus flower and cypress tree were two things said to be sacred to Hades. Now, in one of his most famous myths, Hades abducted his wife Persephone, the only daughter of goddess Demeter. It was said she was lured into the underworld and trapped there by Hades. Her mother, Demeter, stricken by grief, took her sadness out on the living world, and as the goddess of harvest, caused living plants and crops to shrivel and die. Zeus would intervene and send Hermes, a messenger to the gods, to the underworld to tell Hades to allow the goddess's daughter to leave. However, as Persephone was freed, she was offered a pomegranate. And as she took a single seed from said pomegranate, she did not realize she was trapping herself in the underworld, as food and drink of the underworld were used to curse and trap those who consumed them. Thus Hades was able to make her his queen, and for 1/3 of the year she ruled down below with Hades, which is also a way people back then explained the changes of the season. Summer and spring were when Persephone is free from Hades and returns to her mother. Fall and winter are when she is dragged back to the underworld, and Demeter is heartbroken, causing harsh colds and death to nature all around. Well, that is all the facts and myths from me. But there are plenty more to read and discover for yourself. I hope you enjoyed yourself and weren't too frightened. Just be sure to always carry a coin for Chiron. You never know when you yourself will be thrust into the underworld with Hades.
Hello everybody, this is Liz the T-Rex, and I want to give a huge thank you to Mitchell from Bardic Insights for lending me his voice for this project, or this video. I look forward to working with him again in the future. Thank you to Bardic Insights for lending me their voices for this project. Be sure to check out their Facebook page. They actually have a show coming up May 18th, or for that entire weekend actually. So if you're in the greater Houston area and you like improv and you like comedy, go check out their Facebook page. They have all the information up there for you guys to look at. Another thank you to Nightmare Caster Creations. They are the ones that do the artwork for me for all of these videos. Be sure to check out their page and give them a little bit of support too, because without them, without either of them, these projects would not be able to get out on a weekly basis. Also, a big thank you to a friend of mine, Sarah. She was actually the one that was kind enough to write this script for me. She's actually going to be joining me on a lot more projects here in the future. So give her some support. Give her your thanks and all that stuff. Also, last announcements. The shirts for Izanami and Izanagi plus Gaia are officially gone. They won't be back until the end of the year. During our end of the year sale. And the shirts for Hades have been uploaded. So thank you so much. And again, thank you for your support. Give us a like and a subscribe and a comments if you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think. I will see you next week in our video where we talk about Ra, an Egyptian god. Also, one more thing. We are now taking requests for this series, so if you have any gods or deities from different cultures and mythology or all that stuff, put it in the comments section or put it in my Ask Box on Tumblr. I'll give you all of those links down in the description below. And have a wonderful day. Tell me what you want to hear, all that stuff. So, bye!